Hi everyone, I'm Renuka here from BA third semester, and here in this session we are going to discuss a very important topic. So let's begin. Children, we come across many situations in our day-to-day life where we see change in one quantity bringing change in other quantity as well. Let us understand through an example. You must have gone to the stationery shop at some time to buy something. So here, assume that you went to a stationery shop to buy 2 pencils and it costs you 10 rupees. Then again, next week you went to buy 5 pencils on the same shop. Now tell me how much it will cost you? Exactly 25 rupees. Now look here. When we are buying 2 pencils, the cost of pencils is 10 rupees. And when we are buying 5 pencils, then the cost of pencils is 25 rupees. So, did you observe something here? Yes, when we are buying more number of pencils, the cost of pencils is increasing as well. Let us consider another example. Suppose a family of 4 members consume 2 liters of milk daily, and the family with 6 members consumes 3 liters of milk daily. So here what we see? When the number of family members increased, consumption of milk increased too. So these are the different situations that we come across in our day-to-day life. We saw in both the situations that changes in one quantity resulted changes in the other quantity also. So, if the value of two quantities are related in such a way that change in one results in a corresponding change in the other, then the two quantities are said to be in variation. There are two types of variations in mathematics, that is, direct variation and inverse variation. And today in this session we will discuss about direct variation, or we can say direct proportion. So have a look at the definition of direct proportion. Direct proportion or direct variation is the relation between two quantities where the ratio of 2 is equal to a constant value. For example, if the number of individuals visiting a restaurant increases, the earnings of the restaurant also increases. And if the number of individuals visiting the restaurant decreases, the earnings will also decrease. Now let's see the symbol of direct proportion and the constant of proportionality. So the symbol for direct proportion is shown on the screen. And the two quantities existing in direct proportion can be expressed as x is directly proportional to y. And when we remove the symbol of proportionality, we can write above expression as x by y is equal to k, or x is equal to ky. Here x and y are the values of two quantities and k is known as a non-zero constant of proportionality. So when x and y are in direct proportion, we can write x1 by y1 is equals to x2 by y2. Here y1 and y2 are values of y corresponding to the values of x1, x2 of x respectively. Let's see an example. So the question is, if the cost of 20 books is rupees 180, how much will 15 books cost? Here, the two quantities vary directly. Look, we are given that the cost of 20 books is 180 rupees. And we have to find the cost of 15 books here. So, Let the required cost be rupees X. Since both the quantities vary directly, therefore x1 by y1 is equal to x2 by y2. That will be equal to 20 by 180 is equal to 15 by x. So by cross multiplication, 20 into x is equal to 15 into 180. So x is equal to 15 into 180 divided by 20. That will be equal to rupees 135. Therefore, the cost of 15 books will be rupees 135. Now let's solve another example. So the question is, Mohit deposited a sum of rupees 12,000 in a bank at a certain rate of interest for 2 years and earns an interest of 900 rupees. How much interest would be earned for a deposit of rupees 15,000 for the same period and at the same rate of interest? So here we are given that Mohit deposits rupees 12,000 in a bank for 2 years at a certain rate of interest and he earns rupees 900. Here we have to find the interest earned by him when he deposits 15,000 rupees for the same period of time and at a same rate of interest. So let the required amount of interest be rupees X. Since there is a direct variation, we can write x1 by y1 is equals to x2 by y2. That will be equal to 12,000 upon 900 is equal to 15,000 upon x. So by cross multiplication, 12,000 into x is equal to 15,000 into 900. So we'll get the value of x as 15,000 into 900 upon 12,000. That will be equal to 1125 rupees. So hence the required amount of interest earned by Mohit is rupees 1125. So children, in today's session we have discussed about variation and the types of variation, that is direct and inverse variation. Then we discussed about direct variation or proportion in detail with examples. I hope you have understood the concept of direct variation or proportion and enjoyed today's session. Thank you all and stay safe and healthy.